What is up, my friends? My name is Echo Thrumi, and today I'm here to share with you another deck highlight, this time from GodLike 457 from the Royale Elite clan, which is my own home clan. He has 3,175 trophies sitting in Arena 9, and he is a holder of multiple accounts. The deck that you see right here is the deck that I will be discussing in a minute, but before I get into it, I want to say two things. First one being, thank you for coming down to the channel, I really do appreciate it. And the second one, I have been sick for quite a few days, guys. I have a crazy cough. I'm sitting here sucking on a Tootsie Roll Pop just so that I can try and hold in these coughs that I have. It's almost impossible for me to not cough when I talk, and that may also be why I am talking lower. My volume may be a little bit lower in this video. I apologize for it, but I really want to get this deck out to you. I promised it to GodLike, and I want to hold my word to him and keep the content for you guys. So I'm going to give it my best, guys, and here we go. This deck contains the Giant, so we're looking at a Giant beatdown deck, of course. The Zap spell, the Minions, the Tombstone, Fireball, the Ice Wizard, the Lumberjack, and the legendary Graveyard. We're going to jump right into it, watch some replays, and see this deck in action. We have GodLike on the bottom, working his way up, level 9 versus a level 10. GodLike's opponent has an Inferno Dragon, which can sometimes be a problem, but we will see. He plays his Ice Wizard behind his King's Tower, heading up the right hand lane just to try and burn some elixir, and he has his Minion Horde behind. Ice Wizard stuck dealing with those Tombstone skellies that are coming out. Nice arrows by his opponent right there, and the Ice Wizard's just slowing down that Inferno Dragon. And here we go, he plays his own Tombstone to distract that Inferno Dragon. Hopefully his tower can take it out quickly enough with the Zap as well, and it is taken care of. Giant's pushing that right hand lane, but he's running into the Tombstone, bunch of skellies, and the Sparky, which can be a pain to deal with. Pretty powerful deck that his opponent's running there. The Giant, the Sparky, and an Inferno Dragon. Nice play right there of the Graveyard spell. It's going to do a nice job slowing down all of the tanks. The Giant, the Sparky, and the Inferno Dragon. They just don't know where to turn. They're getting beaten from all different sides. And the Sparky's going to waste his charge right there on that Ice Wizard, and then on these skellies as well. Hopefully he works his way up just a little bit more so that it can get taken out by the tower, and the tower won't have to take any damage. And there it is. Nice job, tower. You did a good work right there. We have another Giant pushing the right hand lane yet again. Opponent plays a Sparky behind his King's Tower. We have our Giant, Ice Wizard, and then look at that play right there. It's going to really stop that Sparky in its tracks. But the Barbarians are played on that spell right there, which was a smart play by the opponent. But GodLike's Giant does get itself on the tower and does some good work right there. Now look at this push. How is this going to be dealt with by GodLike? Tombstone played, and the Graveyard spell played right there with the tower as well. Log played by the opponent. Really nicely played there. That Graveyard spell can really do some work along with the Tombstone. There's so many skellies to deal with that the tanks and the Sparky and the Inferno Dragon really just don't know what to deal with. So it was really nicely done. Very impressive right there. I've never seen a push. Well, I guess the Graveyard spell is fairly new, but I've never seen a push be dealt with the Graveyard spell, including a Giant, a Sparky, and an Inferno Dragon. So it really handled it really well. Impressive to see. We have 1 minute left. Well, we're actually in overtime. Already through the double elixir. Sorry I didn't say that ahead of time, guys. But we have the Graveyard spell again being played on the tower, on the Sparky. Minions were arrowed. If it were me, I'd probably put a Mega Minion in this deck just to prevent the arrows. I hate using minions and having them zapped or having them arrowed. But really nicely played. It's really the highlight of this deck right here is that Graveyard spell. And we're going to go into one more replay and it looks like we had some chat going on. They started burying my stuff here, and there it is. Let's go into this replay and watch the second one. So godlike, a level 9 going against a level 11. Let's see how this one works out. And right about now is when I'm taking this lollipop and trying to make my throat feel better, guys. So we have a Gob Hut playing down the right hand lane by the opponent, and our Tombstone playing down the left hand lane by us. That Tombstone is really a great card used to really distract. Oh, nice rage right there by the opponent, but good use of those minions and distracting with that Tombstone. Smart play there, godlike. But the opponent is completely ignoring the giant push up the left hand side. And with that giant getting to the tower, and now this spell, is this going to be a tower right here? Let's see. We already got it down to 15, 14, 1300, 1200, 11, it's going to be down to 1100 hit points from one push. Took out 2000 hit points from that left hand tower. Impressive push there, godlike, and not a smart play by OB, a level 11 player, allowing the giant to get to that tower without anything in the way. You don't want to be an level 11 player losing to a level 9, I'll tell you that. Ice Wizard's just slowly working his way up the right hand lane, taking out those spear gobs as they come. Now going to target that tower, get a few hits on it. There we go, just 2, so we'll call it a couple of hits before he builds up enough elixir to put another push together up the left hand lane. Now those spear gobs are starting to do some work in his tower. He's got to start being a little bit concerned. And there, nice job at the rage spell, but unfortunately he had that godlike, that is, had that fireball ready to go, taking out that tower. Taking out that horde of minions coming in, so that less damage was done than expected. Alright, so we're at a tie right now with 1 minute left. 2 towers are down for each opponent. The other tower for each is barely touched. And let's see how godlike goes about this. I love using the lumberjack as well. He has it in his deck, and it's a really strong card. If you can get it to a tower, it hits hard, it hits fast, and when it dies, that rage spell that it drops is really a huge buff, and it's a huge thing to be playing if you have anything behind. And look at this, the distraction. They put the barbarians on that lumberjack, and the giant and that spell right there just ripped down that right hand tower like nothing. What a deck. I need to get this graveyard spell. It is just a beautiful thing. Little trickery right there by godlike, playing smart. He knew that he had to get something off on the opponent, with the opponent having so many more hit points and probably a bit more experience than him. Maybe not because of the multiple accounts that godlike has, but either way, smart play, really intelligent, well done godlike. It shows the power of combining that graveyard spell with that giant. So let's go back, take a look at his deck, and give it to you guys one more time. And there it sits, my friends. What I'd love for you all to do is give this one a shot if you can, if you have the graveyard spell. If you really don't, there's nothing that you can use that replicates what the graveyard spell can do. So really, I think it would be, you'd have a hard time putting this deck together if you don't have the graveyard spell. But if you do, give it a shot and let us know in the comments below how you like it and where you're using it. I'd love to hear from you guys. Also, guys, if you ever have a deck that you want to share in the channel, just hit me up in the comments below or on Twitter at EchoThroughMe. Guys, I appreciate you dealing with my voice issues and with the few coughs I did in the background and maybe the ticking of this lollipop in my mouth. But I really do appreciate it. I appreciate you being here, supporting the channel, and dealing with my weird noises today. It means a lot to me, guys. And as you all know, I come out with content every single day, both Clash of Clans and Clash Royale. Thanks for sticking with me. Guys, until I see you again, be good.